Hey girls. Okay, I'm gonna go over your homework, which is drawing out rotation. Okay, there are lots of different volleyball rotations. We are running the 4-2. It's actually one of the simpler rotations, but once you learn it, the other rotations will be not so bad either. So the first number in a rotation, the 4, that is the number of active front row hitters you have available on the court. So we're going to have 4 active front row hitters. That's our middles and our outsides. The second number is our setters. That's the number of setters on the court. So we have 2 setters on the court. We are playing our setter from the front row. So if our front row setter is setting, that means they're not a hitter in the front row. That's a 4-2. Okay, our rotation starts. Here's our court. So if I bring it down, this is our big court. We've got the net is here, 10-foot line, 10-foot line. Their server is way down here going to serve, okay? Server is here. Now, you're working on serve receive. We've got setter top right, middle, outside, back left, okay? You're always opposite of your same position in rotation, always opposite. Middles, always opposite. Setters, always opposite. So if we're going to do serve receive right here, okay, our middle needs to be on the middle, but our outside has to go home. And the outside's home is on the left. So I'll put home spots here, middles are there, setters. These are home. Home. That's where you go eventually, okay? Home. All right, so what do we need to do? Well, our setter and our outside need to switch. So let's get this set up. Middle backs up just behind the 10-foot line. Our back row middle backs up where there's about 2 feet there. Setter pulls down into the triangle position. Back row's making that triangle. Okay, you see the triangle there? Now, these 2 players are going to have to switch, so they cannot take first ball. I have 4 defensive players to take first ball. So our outside comes over here, and our setter comes over here. Setter, outside. Setter is here. She's going to end up crossing. Outside's going to cross. Okay? So this is one drawing, one position you would draw. You have to draw it 6 times. Okay, let's look at it. Now, if we're going to rotate, let's rotate. So our middle moves over. Setter moves over. Outside moves down. Middle moves over. Setter, we got an outside here, and that outside went up. Okay, are you across from your opposite? Check it. Setters are across, we're in correct rotation. Outsides are across, we're in correct rotation. Middles are across, we're in correct rotation. Okay, what do we do for serve receive? Where do you need to go? Well, we know our setter needs to get over here, and our middle needs to get to the middle. Our outside is in the correct spot, because their home is on the left side of the court. So we're going to horseshoe it. Our outside backs up. This outside pulls down. Setter and middle have to split back row. They're sharing the back row together. Now the setter and the middle and the front row scoot over. Setter can basically just stand in position. Okay, setter stands right here. She's ready. Middle can stand just behind her. She's got to stay in rotation. See, our front row's in rotation. As soon as they make contact with the serve, middle can come around. Setter is already there, ready to ask for the ball. Okay, this is what we call dead man's land. So you guys really have to go in and get that spot. Okay, so that's rotation number 2. So let's see, where do we need to go now? Outside moves over to the middle. Middle moves here. Oops, sorry. Setter moves here. Middle pushes down. okay? That middle push down. This setter comes over. This outside that just squished over is now the middle. And the middle that was here pushed up. Okay, so serve receive. Where do we need to go? This is our third position. If you know all three of those, then you've learned them all. Okay, where do we need to go? Middle needs to get to the middle. Outside needs to get to the outside. Setter's in the correct spot. Setter's in their home spot in the middle, in the front row. So they just need to push back into the horseshoe. You got it. So setter pushes back. This setter pushes down. Now our middle and our outside split back row. Middle, outside. Now these two people need to be ready to play. So they're going to switch. So all we need to do is we're going to pull our middle over, let them stand almost in the middle, and then our outside is right here, and they can just jet across. Same. Jet across, and we're still in rotation. Boop. Right on the serve. As soon as that first ball is hit, that middle moves back, ready to be a hitter. Setter pulls in to set. All right, girls? So you're going to draw 6 courts. And you're going to show me where you are in serve receive all 6 times. So where are you at in serve receive? Okay. So if you're a setter, let's say we're talking about Delaney setter. So we'll call her setter Delaney. Put what you are in the front. We're going to call her SD. Setter Delaney. That's where she is. And she's showing me all the way around the court where she's supposed to be. Rotation, get into serve receive. So I want to see serve receive when the other team is serving the ball where you're supposed to be all 6 times. Okay, let's talk back row real quick. One thing to remember when I say go home. Back row, you're home, just like up here. Setter's always got to get back here. Middle's always got to get here. And outside's always got to get here. So when do we go home? You go home after you send the ball back over the net. So you sent it over the net, you hurry and get home, and you're down and ready. Okay, so where's home for front row? Home for front row is on the net. They're being big because eventually you guys are going to have to block the ball. That means you have to be on the net, hands up, ready to block. So here's your home positions. Our outsides are on the left, middles are in the middles, setters are on the right. All right, guys, watch this 5 million times. Draw out your homework and see if you can kind of get it in your brain and understand it the best you can. Parents, if you need to help them, hopefully you understand it. I'll send you another video with a YouTube video that helps as well. We can do this. You got it, girls. See you later.